Thomas, good to chat to you again. With the fixtures being confirmed again this morning, does the return of football all feel a little bit closer?
Yeah, definitely. And likewise, Kieran, good to speak to you, even it's on Skype and with a proper distance. I look forward to we can meet again. But going back to the football, yes, really looking forward to play some games and get back to it. And it's getting more and more real. Now we have had a good week of training, or we're going into the second week of the contact training, and then that's really nice. And as you said, the fixtures came out, and we know exactly what to prepare for. That's also good. And we have 2 good friendly games lined up this week against Premier League oppositions. So it's good. And yeah, we're in a good place. The boys are working very hard, and the staff is doing a good job keeping everything into all the framework of the COVID-19 restrictions. So we are good.
So how much of a change has it been having to adapt everything to these new guidelines?
Of course, I would say it's a big change. There's a lot of administration. There's a lot of awareness of that we're doing the things the right thing, keeping the proper distance when we need to. Still be aware of wash your hands, and that really restricted social distancing as well. But besides that, now we're going into the contact training. I think it's been quite normal, and the players are training, and there's nothing too much that's different from what we did before. So it's all the bits in between drills, or before and after. That's the biggest difference. So I must say that the medical guys and the sports performance guys have done a top job in terms to divide the players into different groups, using different mattress, clean after each session, all that. So a lot of logistic organization, but yeah, it's fairly good.
And in terms of the fitness that the players came back with a couple of weeks ago, did they stick to everything over the time off? Did they come back in a good shape?
Yeah, I don't want to say it surprised me, because it didn't, because we have such a good group, and all of us have created such a good culture together, where we really focus on the 4 keywords in terms of course, we all know that togetherness is the main thing. We do things together. Hard work. It's very simple, but it's a lot of hard work. So they put a lot of hard work into the lockdown weeks in terms of still getting out there and get the running shoes on and run. They came back and showed a top attitude in terms of when the training started. It also showed the training attitude when they were in the lockdown period, because that was difficult. And now when we're training, they show the good performance in every single training drill. So they came back in a really good place when we tested them, and they just kick on from there. So that's good.
And what sort of style of training has the first couple of weeks back been? Has it been near to pre-season? Has it been near to sort of normal in-season? I presume it's been somewhere in the middle almost.
Yeah, well, you absolutely bang on. Of course, there was a lot of group training, because we could maximum be 5 players in each group in the beginning. So a lot of that, which was still try to link it into the tactical bits we want to do. So it was a lot of unit trainings with the back 4, and an extra player was the front 3 and 2 8s. So we get that structures right. And then we went into another situation with some back 4, and so that was fine. And some more position specific groups with the wingers, with the strikers, with the midfielders, and we did bits and pieces in terms of that. But also on top of that, we did everything we could to run them. So make sure we hit the targets we normally hit in in a preseason. So that's been really good. But of course, we couldn't do double sessions. We couldn't do too much, team tactical training and no meetings. So it was, do the gym, do the training, do the runs, a little bit more gym, home. So again, I can't praise the medical guys and the sports performance guys because they've just been making this running very smoothly.
And looking forward to this week, you've mentioned the couple of fixtures lined up. How important will they be for getting the players ready for Fulham in 12 days?
No, of course, it's really important to get up to speed, and that's why we are very, very pleased that we have managed to get 2 Premier League sides. So we will definitely get up to speed and know what we're aiming against. So that's going to be good. I think that's the main thing, that to feel that intensity, to feel that speed of the game, and then get our normal structure into the team, because we've had a good season so far, and we need to go back to what worked, and of course try to still add a bit in different areas.
Talk about the season so far. Is this 9 games coming up? Is it mentally being viewed as an extension of what happened before, or is this now its own 9-game season?
I think it's linked. It is kind of extension to the season, but it's a very different one, because we know when we're talking about the games are coming thick and fast in the championships, this is definitely the time when they're coming thick and fast. So that's going to be a good challenge. We know physically we're in a good place. We know the boys are good. We have the injured boys back, and that means that we are ready and we're up for it. Also, when and if we will use rotation, also maybe doing subs earlier in terms of making sure that we can hit the highest possible intensity and tempo in the games, plus getting the quality right. So that would be the bit jigsaw to get right.
You touched on the intensity and the squad and the subs there. The potential for 2 extra subs as well.
Yeah, I think that's it's not been decided yet for the championship, I think. But if it is, it's definitely something we need to look into. Of course, we all know it's not the first game, it's not the second, not the third, but after that, that's where the accumulation of load will increase. And throughout those 9 games plus 3 extra, it will be crucial that we try to nail that down right, and that's not going to be easy, because also feeling and look at the players, and sometimes people can do more than they think, but also find that fine balance with not injuring somebody, and then still try to push them enough. And
is the excitement building?
Yeah, definitely. Now it's getting real. I think it was crucial that we got that start date of the 20th of June. That's everybody was just, changed their focus. It was just became that laser focus, bang. Then we're ready. Now we have something to prepare for. So I think the last week has been really, really good in that aspect. Before that, it was good. Everybody trained well. Everybody did their job, but a little bit still insecurity because we didn't know what to aim for. But now it's been bang on the last week, 10 days.
And for the ambitions for the rest of the season, that the first 2 games are huge with Fulham and West Brom.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, I think 9 games to go, plus hopefully 3 playoffs, unless we make a miracle and catch top 2. But the big aim, of course, when we are where we are, and there's 9 games to go, is that we aim for the sky and see if we can make that top result we're trying to achieve.